Good morning, students. Today we are going to study the very first chapter of biology, that is transport of food and minerals in plants. Now, what is transport? Transport means transferring of food and minerals in plant. As we also need food and minerals to live, same way plant also required food and minerals, and how that occurs we are going to study in this chapter. The very first thing, root is typically a non-green underground part of the plant. It does not process nodes, leaves, buds but branches extremely. Root is well situated to its functions of absorptions of water from the soil, both morphologically and anatomically. That means without the roots, the plant cannot absorb any of the water, and there is no nodes, there is no leaves, there is no buds in the root. But root has some of the branches which spread under the ground, under the soil, and take the water from there. Morphologically, the root system of the plant consists of main root. First we have the main root, and their branches are called as lateral roots or secondary roots. The lateral roots, they have large numbers of root hairs. And what is the function of root hairs? The root hairs absorb water from the ground, and that all water only is taken up to the plants, to the every part of the plant. Now the water and all molecules, they move in a various forms, and we are going to study about the different movements of molecules. There are three types of movement in molecules you can see. The very first is diffusion. It is a movement of molecules of gas, liquid or solid from the region of high concentration to the region of lower concentration. Now what is this? What is high concentration and lower concentration? Let us give an example. Here there is a 3 beakers are kept. In one beaker, in the beaker A, you have kept a sugar cube, and then in beaker B, slowly and slowly the sugar molecules are going to different parts of the water, and in third case the complete water change into sweet water. Why? Because the molecules of A, that is the molecules of sugar, has been transferred from the higher concentration to the lower concentration. The concentration of sugar is higher as compared to water. Then next there is an activity. In that activity it has been told that if you take a glass of water and then you add ink, slowly and slowly you will find the ink is the water is completely turned the color of the ink. This is also an example of diffusion. Now comes osmosis. What is osmosis? Osmosis is a process of same thing, movement of higher molecules, water molecules, from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. But here what is required? A semi-permeable membrane is required. Now what is this semi-permeable membrane? For example, I just told you all root contain root hairs. So this root hair, they act as a semi-permeable membrane which allow only certain substance to go in and out. Okay, that means there are two solutions, they are separated by semi-permeable membrane. Water pass through the membrane and in both the direction. The net flow of water is from the dilute solution to the concentration solution. What is this? Suppose there is a plant, and in the plant the water is in the soil. The soil is in your dilute solution, and the soil inside the root is in the form of concentration solution. So it is a movement of molecule from dilute solution to the concentrated solution. The flow continues until the concentrations are equal, until the amount of molecules is equal in root hair as well as the outside the soil. This process is called as osmosis. This is very simple example you must have seen in your home when your mother add few raisins in the water. After some time they swell up. Raisins, kishmish. Then even you have seen when your mother prepares rajma or chola, you must have seen she put it in the water, and after few hours the water is got inside those seeds and they become bigger, larger in size. Why? Because the water from outside has gone inside through a semi-permeable membrane. And what is semi-permeable membrane here? Is the outer covering of the seed. It acts as a semi-permeable membrane. There's an activity. They have taken a potato, this orange color which you can see, it's a potato, and in this potato a sugar liquid has been added, and after some times when it is kept in the water, the sugar level increase because the water from outside enter into the sugar solution and the potato act as a semi-permeable membrane. Now what are the different types of membranes are there? We have three types of membrane: permeable membrane, impermeable membrane and semi-permeable membrane. Now what is permeable membrane? It allows both the solute and the solvent molecules to pass. It allows everything. In the lower class we have studied about cell wall. It allows everything to go inside muslin cloth. Impermeable membrane, it do not allow diffusion of both solute and solvent molecule through them. It do not allow anybody to go inside and to go outside. Semi-permeable, it allow only water molecules to pass, such as cellophane paper, animal bladder, egg membrane. And what is selective permeable membrane? Selective permeable membrane allow only the some harmful substances do not allow, and it allow only the useful substance to go in and out of the cell.